Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Xayah, Legends of a Drift System with the Embers of a Forsaken Star and Missions and Powers expansions. And we're just about to get into episode 5. I don't think there were any problems with episode 4. Well, at least ones that I didn't catch anyway, but we're going to crack on. So next up, it'll be our first player, who is the Lone Drifter and Johnny Neptune. So let's get straight into the action phase. And here we are with Johnny Neptune and the Lone Drifter. We're going to need these, so I'll pick those up. And what's he going to do? Well, he's going to keep heading towards Neo Damascus because he's got all of this spice to sell. So get to Neo Damascus, and then he does have the shuttle mission. He has picked up a few passengers, and for £3,000, 3,000 credits, he's got to drop those off at Outpost 338. So I think he'll make his way back to Kemplar 2 via Outpost 338. There is a way through, I think. So we'll do that, and we'll start getting towards the other side of the board, because I want to expand a bit to the right. We've been expanding a lot to the left. Let's get some of our players over to the right-hand side of the board and start expanding our galaxy that way. Okay, so action phase. Let's get over to the board. And here we are at the board, and there is the Lone Drifter, and he's making his way to the sell spot here on Neo Damascus. So we're going to take an armed marker, pop that on his engine, and we're going to roll a d6. He does have GTS, so that 6 remains a 6. I'm rolling a lot of 6s, aren't I? As ever. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can't actually go inside because the trader is in the way at the moment. But that's fair enough. I've got an impulse, but it's only of 2, so I won't bother with that just yet. We'll spend another of these on an engine, and let us roll. That's a 3, with 2 is a 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stop on the sell space here. And we're going to sell all of this lovely spice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 5,000 for all that spice, which actually goes into the supply. And we pull out instead plasma. So 5 plasma is going to go onto the economy board, and plasma is in demand. So we'll get that 1,000 credits that's currently on that space off the economy board. Bear with me while I put all this on the economy board. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a minute. So we've got that 1,000, and we're also going to get 5,000 for selling all that lovely spice. So we have 6,000. Oh, nice. Okay, so we've done that. What are we going to do next? We've got 1 engine left and 2 armed markers. So I think what we might do is we might buy some plasma, and some of that plasma we've just generated, and head to Lunari, which is down here. So we'll use our impulse power. So there we go. That's 2 for the Lone Drifter. Goes on to the buy space. And how much is he going to buy? 2 plasma at 1,000 each. I think he's just going to buy 4. So that's 2,000 So I'll put this 5,000 in and get 3 back. So he's got 4,000 credits left. Takes 4 plasma off the board, leaving 1. So it's not in demand. And he'll fill his cargo pod and his cargo hold. Very good. The trading is good. Okay, so he's just done that. And now he's going to head off towards Lunari before he then makes his way this way to Outpost 338. So we'll use his final engine there. D6. Rolls 2. With his GTS that's 4, so that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. He'll just go into Doravin 5 space on his way down here. Alright, so that is it for the action phase. He's not going to do anything else. He's not on a planet, he's in space. So we'll head straight to the status phase. And here we are at the status phase. So he gets his impulse back to kick off. These go on to disarmed. And I'm one short. I'm short the one that he didn't actually use, which is still armed. So we'll pop that on there. And obviously he's going to use 3 energy to get those armed tokens back. So we'll push those up here. 1, 2, 3. He's down to 5 energy now. But I think that 5 energy will get him to Lunari. Then next turn he'll stay on Lunari, I think. And we'll see what his cash situation is as well. See if he can get a new ship. He might have 8,000 credits, we don't know. But yeah, he'll stay on Lunari, I think, next round. And then he will start heading towards Outpost 338 to get the 3,000 off this shuttle mission. Okay, so that is it for Johnny Neptune. Next up, it is, what is it? It's the Gaiden and Cobra Hex. And here we are with Cobra Hex. One thing I forgot is obviously Johnny Neptune sold more than 2 cargo cubes, so he has gone up a fame point. He is now a humble skipper, so he's really running away on the fame track. Is Johnny. The other guys gonna have to start catching up. Okay, so Cobra Hex and the Gaiden. What are they going to do? They're going to head up towards the outlaw that's on the board, the sellsword, who is up at Smuggler's Den. So I think we'll try and do this bounty hunter mission, and we'll be able to show off a bit of combat. Not sure if we'll make it up there this turn. The combat might be next turn, and but we can head in that direction certainly. Okay, let's pick up his armed tokens and move across to the board. And here we are with the Gaiden. There it is. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use an engine first. Take an armed marker. Pop that onto his Halon engine, which is a D8. So that's a red D8. And he rolls a 3, but he does have a GTS, so that's a 5. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and in fact he's going to stop there because it was such a crap roll anyway. He's going to stop there and he's going to look down here. He's going to use an energy, put him down to 9. He's going to use his long range scanners, and we're just going to see what's down here. So we'll do a cut, and hopefully it won't be another planet. It isn't. It's an asteroid belt. It's TK421. It's got a mission point. It does have an exploration token, and it has a spawn point, which is 7. Okie doke. So what it's going to be, the plane line. So let's move it around so we find the plane line. Where is it? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. So this one's actually going the right way up. So there we are. Okay. And that does mean we can get round to the Samara Gate. So that's worked out pretty well for us. But we're not going to go that way, because we're heading up there. So we will now use another of our armed tokens, pop it on his engine, and we'll roll another D8. Come on, we want something bigger this time. We get a 4, so that's going to be 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're right up here. In fact, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. We're not going to search this way because we're running out of space. So let's just pretend that's an empty sector there. And yes, he'll probably pop onto Dorovin 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get all of my energy back before I go to the smuggler's den. I think that's a good plan. Oh, yes, because I've used 2 of my armed tokens already, and that's even before I've used blasters or anything. So yes, we'll stick on Dorovin 5. So let's use our last one of these, the last armed marker, put it on our last available engine spot, and roll our D8. We get a 2, which is a 4, and that's not very good, is it? But yeah, we'll just get on the planet. So 1, 2, 3. So we're on the planet, and we're not going to bother with the mission spot because we've got 3 missions anyway that we can be getting on with. And that will be it as far as his movement and the action phase goes. Let's move across back to the board. We will be having a business phase as he is on the planet. And here we are at the business phase. So he gets his energy back, and we'll put these as disarmed. He didn't actually use his impulse, but yes, we're a lot closer now to the smuggler's den, and I think that's better. Let's get everything tip-top, Bristol fashion, before he goes taking on that sellsword, who's still pretty tough, by the way. So we're just getting a bit closer, and then we're going to home in. All right, so that is it for our friend the Gaiden and Cobra Hex. So let's move into the status phase. And here we are at the status phase, so let's move all of his markers up. And would normally cost 3, but we're planet side, so we get all that energy back, no problem. And that's it for him. He hasn't sold anything, hasn't got any fame points for anything, so he's going to stay as mostly harmless. And that means next up is Aqua Cyan and the Puddle Jumper. Or it would be, we haven't forgot about the Enforcer. We'll quickly do the Enforcer, and then it will be Aqua Cyan and the Puddle Jumper. And here we are with the Enforcer, which is just there. So it moves 6. So it's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto the mission point, and then it's going to start heading back to Kemplar 2. So it hasn't got within a sector of an outlaw ship, and there are no other lawful planets on the board apart from Kemplar 2, so it's just going to start heading back in that direction. Okay, that's it for the Enforcer. Let's get across to the action phase for Aqua Cyan. And here we are with Aqua Cyan. Now, she does have a cube of cyber to sell, which we could sell on Dorovin 5. But I want to do a little bit of exploring. I want to make the galaxy a little bigger. So we're going to try and do a little bit of exploring first. And she's going to sort of go right around Lunari and go to Doravin 5 the long way around. So I think that's what we'll do with her. Let's take these armed markers. She can stay out in space for a bit because she's got the old puddle jumper energy scoop that she's managed to affix to the Krembler. So I think we'll be okay. Right, let's get over to the board. And here we are at the board. She is actually on the sell space. Sorry, the buy space. So she is going to buy some cyber. She does have 1,000 spare credits. So just before she takes off, she's going to buy 2 of the cyber from the economy board. And she's going to put that in her cargo pod. So when she finally does get to Doravin 5, she's got 3 cyber to sell. Okay, right, so now she's ready to take off. She will use an armed marker on her Halon engine. And that is her green D8. And she rolls a 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, which is great, gets her to this edge with the Y symbol, and we're going to explore here. That's going to cost her an energy, so she goes down to 9. Let's get this out again. We'll give it a couple of cuts just to mix things up a bit. This is what we're going to get. And we've got another gate, the Deltas gate. It's got a mission point, it's got a spawn point of 11. And that's about it. It doesn't have an explore token. And we're looking for the Y. There's the Y. Oh, and this one's going the right way up as well. So there we go. So we've got another Delta gate. Excellent. So that's pretty good. We will try and get this way on the map. And hopefully we'll get a gate over here. And then it just makes it easier for you know, going from one side of a map to another. Yeah, it's best we don't have the gates all together, and it's best that we don't have too many planets all together. But that's a nice find by her. She'll carry on doing her spin round here. We'll see how much she gets on her next engine burst, and we'll see if it's worth it, her like getting to this edge, for example, and perhaps exploring here. We'll just see. Depends on what she gets here. She gets a 3, which is crap. So 1, 2, 3. She's going round here. That's the way. That's the direction of the ship. And yes, we may as well roll another engine. So this is a final engine for a Halon. And let's see what we get here. Come on, a high number. We get a 6. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to there. In fact, I might tell you what, we'll forget that. Change my mind. What we will do is we'll use her impulse of 3, and that'll get her to this edge. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 here. And we're on the edge of the Calicus sector with a Y, and we'll do exactly the same again. So we're going to spend another energy, and let's just do some exploring. So we'll do a cut. We'll take this one, and we get, we do get a planet, Kai, but it's also the Chasm. It's an anomaly that happens to have a planet on it, and it's an outlaw planet. Ooh. So, funky. Right, gravity. It's on enter, roll a 6 and move on the path. We can trade anything into anything. Yeah, so we've got a load of cyber. We could change it into anything else. So it's like a barter planet. It's got a mission point. And it's got a exploration point, and TK421 here had an exploration point. I didn't put one on, I'll do that now. So very, very, very funky. Okay, so it's a nice little planet, this one. As mentioned, there is another planet, I think it's called Tig, and it's only it sort of fits in one of these little spaces here. But yes, the chasm, and we're looking for the Y, which is like that. So there we go. We have done quite a bit of exploring here, but first of all, we're going to put exploration token that we should have put on TK421. So we need a D8 and a D6. That is 7 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 3. That goes on here, and we roll again for the exploration token that's going on the chasm. That's 5 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. That's already gone. We'll roll again. Oh no, it's 4 and 5. Sorry. That was 4 and 5, wasn't it? That one hasn't gone. So it goes on there. Yep. Yeah, I forgot the D8 is columns, the D6 is rows. Okay, so we've popped that there. Now we're going to roll the D8 again. We are going to use that engine now. We changed, we decided to use impulse. I think it's a bit cheeky using that 6 roll, so we will roll it again. And we got a 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's just making her way over to Doravin 5 over here. But she decided to go the scenic route. She wanted to do a bit of exploring. She's found the Delta Gate and she's found the chasm. Awesome. Okay, so I think that is it for her action phase. She still has an armed token that she's not going to use, so we'll pop that back on her player card. And that is it for her action phase. So next up, it's not the business phase, she's in space. In fact, just before we finish her action phase, she is going to use her energy scoop. Why not? She may as well. So we're going to roll a D20, see if we get any of that energy back. She did use 2 energy to actually do some long range scans there. So let's roll a D20. She rolls a 19. Ooh, nearly a 20. She gets 3 energy, but she only needs 2, but that gets her back up to 10 energy. So the energy scoop, see, it's perfect for explorers. Perfect. We will tap that because it's been used. That is the end of her action phase. Let's go into the status phase. And here we are at the status phase. So she gets her impulse back, and all these go to disarmed. Like so. She's going to spend some energy to get those back. 1, 2, 3. So she's down to 7 energy. She doesn't get that energy back. She's not on a planet. So there we go. So there's her 3 cubes that she's got. And she's now heading towards Doravin 5. She doesn't get any fame, unfortunately. Both her and Cobra Hex, they've been doing a bit of exploring and they haven't been really going after the old fame points this turn. And that's the reason why I'm not doing a sort of a victory point chase on fame points. Because it really does force you to do things where, you know, I want to have a bit of an explore. So Johnny's doing very well, but all he's doing is trading. It's a bit boring, Johnny. I'm sure he's a bit of a laugh, you know, in the old cantina when the beers get flowing. But as far as, like, you know, watching his humdrum life of trading, you know, there's not much going on. Until he starts getting attacked by the outlaw or something, you know, it's pretty boring for old Johnny. So the exploring and stuff, we're leaving to Cobra Hex and to Aqua Scion here. Right, so that is it for her status phase, I think. Yes, there's nothing else for her to do. But she is controlling the merchant who's here. And the merchant, yes, he just landed on Neo Damascus, but he needs to get to the cell spot. Yeah, once he gets to the sell spot, then he will get an extra coin here. So we'll do that now. And here we are with the trader. There's the trader. Hasn't actually got to the sell spot yet. It's got 9 movement, but he's just going to go 1, 2, and he's going to stop on the sell spot and turn around. And he gets 1,000 for doing that. So he now has 2,000 credits on him. So we'll pop that there. Not a great deal at the moment. But where will he be going next? He will actually be going to Lunari next, which isn't far. Yeah, so we'll get another 1,000 when he gets there, and he'll have 3,000 on him. Then after Lunari, he heads to Doravin 5, which isn't far again. He'll get another 1,000 on him. So you can see, it won't be long before he's got about 5 or 6,000 credits on him. And that's, you know, some of our less principled players, for example, Virgo, might find that, you know, a bit too tempting to resist. We'll have to see. But as it is, he's only got 2,000, and he's just sold his cargo at Neo Damascus. Right, that's it for the merchant. Next up, it is Virgo. And here we are with Virgo. Just one thing that I forgot to do and forgot to mention. Aqua Scion, she did get her energy scoop ability back. I did have it like turned around like that. But yes, it gets refreshed in the status phase, so she has got that back. Let's pick these up. We'll also pick the recall token up, because we'll want to drop that somewhere. So we'll take that with us. And she does have a cargo of cyber, but we're saving it for this, which is her mission. And we'd like to get a cargo of hollow as well. So we're going to head up to Burning Horse, I think. Okay, so let's get across to the map and see how she's going to get on. And here we are with Vess. What she's going to do first is she's actually going to use her impulse engine first. So she's going to use that for 3. She's just going to go 1, 2, just outside the planetary boundary here, and that's where she's going to drop her recall token. She can do that as a minor action. It doesn't cost her any energy. It just means she'll be able to jump back here, and I think that'll be very useful indeed. So she just drops it there. She's got another movement, so she goes 1 here, just onto the Tigris Gate sector. Then she's going to spend an armed token and get a Halon engine going. She doesn't have GTS, remember, she had to sell it. And she rolls a 4. Where did that come from? It came from Smuggler's Den. Ha! I can't really keep that in there, can I? I'm going to keep hitting it. Let's just move it on like that. Yes, I think that'll avoid hitting it in future. So we rolled a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She's not going to go through the gate. She's going to use another engine. D8. High roll, please. She rolls a 1. That is just rubbish, man. That is just rubbish. What a time to roll a 1. Right, what to do? What to do? In fact, I think we're going to go north. So we're going to go 1 here. There is a square symbol there. And we're going to spend 1 energy. And we're going to explore. Bit of an exploring episode, this one. So let's go through a few. That'll do. And we get Zaya, the star. So a good job she didn't blind jump. So that's going to go in there. So that makes it look pretty cool though, doesn't it? So yes, we've got Zaya the star. I was going to sort of go round that way, but that's put a bit of a kibosh on it. So we'll use our final engine space, and we'll roll that D8 again. Hopefully we'll get more than a 1. Come on. This time we get a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to stop on the harvest spot. We've got to roll for when we immediately entered the nebula. So that's a d20. Come on, high roll. Oh, missed. Missed the dice tower. Come on. 15. Whew, got away with it. And to harvest, we've got to roll again. So we need another high roll. Come on, Bess, you can do it, kid. A 12. Yes, she's done it. And that's all we want. We just want one single hollow. Put that onto her ship in an empty cargo spot, and that's brilliant. So she's done really well. Let's get that out of the way and then you can see properly. Yes, so yes, I thought she was going to have another crap turn then, but it went okay. She got out of here with impulse power, dropped a recall token, went to the Tigris Gate sector, had a look up here, but there's a massive fat star in the way. Don't think you need long range scanners for that, but she used them anyway. And then she made her way through here. She did cross a couple of missions, but we're not picking them up because we're happy with the mission we've got, especially now that we've picked up a hollow. So we've got a hollow and a cyber, and that is 4,000 credits if we can get it to, where have we got to go to? Calicus. And this is Calicus down here. So we can just head this way onto Calicus, this mission point that's just at the bottom of the screen there, that mission point there. Then we get 4,000 credits and we're back in the game. So she's still got another round where she'll be having a lean time of it, but hopefully she'll get 4,000 credits. She'll be back in the game. She gets a fame point for doing that particular mission, and yeah, back in the game. So good turn for Vess Virgo. Excellent. Good turn all round for everybody. So yeah, we've done well there. Okay, right, that's it for her action phase. We'll take her unused arm token, put it back on her player card, and she is in space, so she won't have a business phase. So let's get into the status phase. And here we are at the status phase, and yes, we take these three, put them as disarmed. There we go, we get our impulse power back, and we're going to spend 3 energy. 1, 2, 3. Still got 6 energy. I think we've got enough to get down to Calicus, complete this mission, and get back to, I think, near. I think the kiln is the closest spot, so I think we'll be able to make it. Or we could use our recall token and get all the way to Kemplar 2. In fact, we might do that next turn, so that'll work. Could I have used it this turn? No, not really, because yes, I want to go to Calicus. That's why I didn't use the recall token this turn. No point getting back to Kempler 2 and then having to travel all the way to Calicus again. So we may as well go from Burning Horse. Okay, so that's pretty good. We spent the 3 energy, didn't we? So those can go to armed. And that is it for status phase. She got no fame points and no ice damage, nothing like that. So we can just crack on, I think. She's got no NPC to look after. So that is it for episode 5 of Xayah, Legends of a Drift System. And it's hotting up, mainly because we've got a big fat star. Xayah is on the board. And yeah, we got a few other bits and pieces on the board this turn. We got Anomaly, the Chasm, which has the outlaw planet Kai on it. We've got the Deltas Gate, and we also found TK421, which is an asteroid field. So we've done quite a bit of exploring this term, and our galaxy is getting bigger. The only person who's really pushed on is Johnny Neptune. He's now a humble skipper, and yes, he's just going to start making his fortune now. He's going to start getting lots of cash, tier 3 ship with even more cargo space. And yes, he's thinking everything's rosy. And it will be until we find Loth and, and the Outlaw comes out. Then he will start having some fun and games, I think. Other than him, Cobra Hex, yeah, he's made it to Doravin 5. He's hunting down the sellsword, and he's going to go for that next turn. He's just making sure he gets all of his energy up, gets all of his weapons primed before he takes that on. Aquasion, she's going the long way around to Doravin 5. She's going to sell some cyber there next round. But in between times, she found the Delta Gate and the Chasm. And she was just going the scenic route. And Vesvirgo, we've just seen, yeah, she's found Zaya, the star, and managed to pick up a hollow in Burning Horse, and she's going to head to Calicus to complete her cargo mission. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the subscriptions, for all the views, for all the likes, and all the dislikes, because it means you're still watching. So, thank you very much. Thank you for all the help and support as well. It's great. And thanks to anybody who's been to Board Game Links to upvote the site. Anybody who's gone to BGG and liked the video threads over there. Got a like from Cody Miller, who is the actual designer of the game. So thank you, Cody. Great game. I'm having a real laugh, mate. And yes, thoroughly enjoying it. And, oh yes, if I've made any mistakes, any errors that I haven't caught, by all means, put them in the comments below and I will try and fix them for next round. I'll do my best. But, yeah, any errors at all, just please let me know and I'll try and fix them for you. Other than that, I think, yes, that is it for this turn. So thank you so much for watching episode 4. I hope you join me for episode 5. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, saying toodaloo.